Hello again, my name is Sheree with the Real Talk Youth Impact Program. I want to thank you for being a participant in our program. And now that you're moving to the next phase as to continue receiving sponsorship from our program. So here's how it all works with this phase. Now that you've graduated, you want to receive more funding, or you're in the process of graduating. The next step is for you to now become a volunteer and your parent or parents. So in order for you to continue to receive the funding, you all have to become volunteers. So what happens is we send you a packet to complete, electronic packet, and the packet includes an application for the child to become a volunteer and an application for the parent to become a volunteer. Each parent in the household has to complete 20 hours of community service a year, which means 40 hours a year for the both of you if you're in the same home or if you have two people in the home. The other thing that we need to do with the children, every single child who graduates and is still receiving funding, they must come to the program the first Tuesday of the month to do their community service. And that includes the parents. And the children have to have their Real Talk t-shirts on. If they come to the program and they do not have their Real Talk t-shirt on, they will not be allowed to participate in the community service. However, if you want to purchase a shirt for $15 to allow the child to do the community service, we will allow that as well. But we will not give a child credit even if they show up if they do not have their t-shirt and they don't have $15 to purchase the shirt. They will have to resume funding the following month. So it behooves the parents and the child to remember, put in their calendar, whatever it is, they need to remember to bring that t-shirt. The goal is to hold the children accountable, just like if they're playing an activity, if they have a sports bag, if they have a bat, a glove, or whatever it is that they're participating in, without the tools for their activity, they can't do their activity. So it's the same token as for the community service. If you do not have your uniform, you do not participate in the program. Thirdly, when we complete these background checks, we as Real Talk will pay for the parents' background check to date. However, as of now, we are paying for the background checks for the parents, and that will take place every year as long as your child is participating in the program. What we also include in all of this as far as the community service for the parents, parents will be obligated to give us the hours and to help set up, break down with registration. It will include cleanup. All the kids will be doing pretty much the same thing. We want clearly the adults to handle more of the adult things, for instance, like dealing with other families or other adults, to make certain that our program runs smoothly every month. We may do projects outside of the first Tuesday of the month to help Real Talk along. We will at times require the kids and the parents to participate in any extra community service to do around the office or for events that we may need extra help. So keep that in mind. And lastly, we want you to foster, as parents, what we are trying to do with these children. Hold them accountable. Make them understand the seriousness of giving back. Make them understand how grateful they should be with the funding that they're receiving. So as parents, it is your job to help us keep the structure within this program. And lastly, again, if you're not completing the paperwork that we need, we will not fund your child. It's just not going to happen. As we go through all of the application process, and this orientation video is provided for you, we must understand that when these kids come to the program, no cell phones are to be turned on. No cell phones are to be turned on, unless the kids are doing homework and we have time for them to do homework if they've finished some of their duties. If they are caught with their cell phones on and they're using them, I will send them home and there will be no funding available for them. So help us keep structure. The kids have already been told, those that are already in our program, we need to make sure that we hold these kids accountable, and we need your help to hold them accountable as well. And secondly, they must check in. They must check in with us and they must check out. 4 hours. If they do not complete their 4 hours and they owe me an hour, they must complete it at our office within that week. So please, this video is to assist us in keeping the structure in our program. There are forms that you will need to complete as far as waivers, the confidentiality forms, the no gratuities that we're going to pay. This is a strictly volunteer payment. Within our volunteer packet, please understand that there are liability forms that have to be signed. And there's also a form where you acknowledge you are not getting paid for your volunteer service, both you and the child. So please understand that. The children, we'd like to have them come without holes in their clothes. Please iron the shirt and clean and make certain that they come with hygiene up to par. So please, parents, we want to make sure that we can fund your child or children as long as we can, but we need your help to do it. So again, let me make sure you understand as far as in the packet. The phrase or within the packet, there is an incident report and then also an incident volunteer statement. That is something that we must understand. If there is anything that happens that partakes in that program where we need to have law enforcement involved, or if there's some type of information that is needed to get to our CPS, which is Child Protective Services, anything that you believe needs to be told to the administration here, please let us know. We will need an incident report filled out. We will also need for you to provide us any pertinent information to the office. If it is not written, we need to have it written down, because we are obligated to report. We are mandated reporters on any incidents in reference to the children if it's putting them in harm's place. So please help us make this happen. And then the final thing regarding the application process that you guys will complete. We do not want you to get involved in breaking up any type of physical confrontation, be it the children, the adults. We would like for you to let us intervene as far as our staff, and then contact law enforcement if needed. I know sometimes you have a moral obligation to intervene. I get it, but we're asking you not to. Let the Real Talk staff take over, come and get a staff member, get myself, so we can actually call Metro if we need to, or any law enforcement agencies that are in the area. So please help us keep the structure, help us maintain the accountability with the kids, and help us be able to continue to support the community and all that we do in changing the lives of these kids. Thank you, and God bless you.